Welcome to Action Coaching. I am certainly delighted that you've joined me on today because I believe that God has some special coaching words in store for you. The goal of Action Coaching is to help you, those of you that watch us each and every week, to become successful in life. And by giving you tips, things that you can use along the way, it'll heighten the level of success that you can achieve. We're not trying to change anybody. We're just simply offering things that you can use as you go. It's kind of like, when you're lifting weights with the trainer. And obvious, the trainer will bring weights that are necessary for you to build up the muscles that you want to build up, and also slim down the muscles you want to slim down. And so that is what Action Coaching is designed to do. I want to encourage you to make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can be a part of all of the Action Coaching sessions that come your way. Share and like on your other Facebook platforms or Instagram or whatever. Let us know that you enjoy Action Coaching, and we would love to hear from you and for you to continue to partner with us as we continue to share Action Coaching with each and every one of you. Now, on this week, I decided to talk on action success. Give you some success principles that if you take action on these principles in your life, it can help you be very, very successful. Now, someone said, well, if you're going to give us principles, a lot of times people say, well, how did you come to learn these principles? Through going through the trial and error of trying to do it the opposite way. And I found out that these principles really, really work, and they will definitely help you. So if you got your notepad, and you're sitting there with us, I want you to take these principles down. And if you're applying them in your life, apply them even more. And if you're not, this is the opportunity for you to get started. Now, remember, on today, we're talking about action success. These principles are designed for you to be successful and to open up your dreams and vision so that you can maximize the potential of your gift that God has placed in your life. All right, number one, the important key to being successful is, what do you think about? Now, that's interesting because a lot of times people will spend their whole day thinking about the wrong thing. And I found out that a lot of people spend very little of their time thinking about the right things. Now, I get it that there are a lot of things that occupy a person's life, but success is going to start with your thinking. If your thinking is not correct and focused and consistent, you will never achieve anything. And that's one of the most important things that we all got to understand. Now, what do successful people think about? Those people that you deem successful, those that you have experienced success, wouldn't you like to know what successful people think about all of the time, or most of the time, that their mind is consumed with these thoughts? And I'm one that my mind is consumed with these thoughts. Now, once again, let's talk about what do successful people think about. Successful people think about this: what they want and what they got to do to get what they want. Let's say it again. Successful people think about what they want and what they got to do to get what they want. Now, a successful person has the mindset that if I want to be a certain place in life, or I want to obtain a certain thing in life, or even look a certain way in life, or experience various things in life, then our thinking has to be based upon those thoughts, those things that we desire. I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about other things that are not going to help me get to where I want. Or even, I don't even like to hang out with people, and I'm not saying anything against anybody. I'm just simply saying me. I just don't even like to hang out with people who don't think like me. I mean, you're a product of the environment that you're in. And if you got people talking to you all day and trying to persuade you to do foolish stuff, chances are you are going to be foolish. But if you are with people that are thinking like you, when I was coming up, they used to call them go-getters. Well, that term ain't too much change, because people that are successful are go-getters. It does not matter how you start. It does matter how you think. And your thinking has to be consistent. Your thinking has to be firmly focused on what you believe you can have and how you can achieve that in your life. I remember when I was first in the church. Now, understand, I'm only representing the church because when I was in the church, I didn't do anything in the church. I didn't think I had the confidence to do anything. I didn't read no scripture. I was not an evangelist, a preacher, or any of those things like that. I was just simply a guy that my job was I did help clean up the church, everything, and I enjoyed every bit of that. But my thinking was, because of maybe where I was and the things that I did not possess naturally in life, I thought certain things were not going to be available to me. And so my thinking was, I can only go to a certain level and stop. I didn't have the thinking that it was no stopping if I believe I could achieve it. But I had that thinking that I can go to a certain level and stop, and that was not good. And I appreciate that how I managed to get myself in position where various people start challenging my thinking. You know, a lot of times, a lot of us can have so much potential in us, and we can really maximize the potential in us, but because of our thinking, we just think that our potential is not really there, and we can't really do that. But however, when you think you can, you can. So thinking is important. Because on the other hand, what do unsuccessful people think about? Unsuccessful people think about who they can blame for their problems, or they always grumbling, complaining. If they don't have no money, then they start just talking about what's going to happen to me. We're not able to do this, or we can't do this. And they just grumble and complain all day long. They're looking for somebody to blame for their anxiety right here in the moment. I understand that, because sometimes when you are the one responsible for paying for everything, then it is the tendency for people who don't have to pay for it, but just waiting for you to get it done. Then when you can't get it done like they want to get it done, then they just grumble all day long. They just think that, oh, this gonna happen. What if I lose this? What if I lose that? That's unsuccessful people. They think that way. They focus more on the what ifs rather than what they can get done if they think correctly. So your thinking is a very key part of having success. Feed your mind with your goals and how you need to get there and what you need to do. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you.
Tap somebody and say, I'm made for miracles. You know why God allowed things to happen to you? He want to teach you that there are about 5 people got it. He want to teach you that there are. So whatever the devil knock you back with, God said now's the time to show it. That he can't keep me there. Y'all ain't talking. Now is the time to let the devil know. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Welcome back. I left off talking about the first principle of action success is your thinking. So I want those of you out there that if your thinking have not been correct, start using some tools, focusing on what you want and how you need to get there. Let those things be in your mind. And cast out all of the negative things that would hinder you from achieving the goal in your life. Now, principle number 2. A lot of us have very poor self-concepts. Have you ever seen people, praise the Lord, that got tremendous gifts, but their self-concept is so bad that they can't achieve anything? They have decided that they're going to talk themselves out of everything. They don't even want to try. You know, when I was coming up, people use words like, I suffer from low self-esteem. I'm still trying to figure out what that is, or who developed the word. Well, if it's low self-esteem, then look like somebody ought to talk about high self-esteem. But everybody say, I don't look as good as the next person, or I know I can't do that. You ain't comparing yourself to the next person. You comparing yourself to your own gifts and talents. But you got to have a confident self-esteem. And you got to understand, yourself is all you got. So you need to feel good about it if you're going to use it and do anything in life. Now, me personally, I've not always been a guy that's confident in my ability. I'm like a lot of you. I was in that low self-esteem for a long time because I just felt like I could not do certain things. I felt like other people could do them, but I felt like I could not do certain things. But thanks to a lot of great people who coached me, I began to embrace the fact that I'm going to be the person that have very high self-esteem. Now I'm just going to share this example with you. Of course, along this journey, I have experienced a couple of serious health challenges. And when I say serious health challenges, I mean health challenges that could be life-changing for a long time. And however, when I was going through one health challenge, never been through it before in my life, but boom, here it is. And so here I am in the hospital. Thank God for all of the people that are in the medical profession. I pray for them each and every day because their job is so important in life, and I'm grateful for them. But once the doctor came in and gave me the diagnosis of what was happening with me, now, everything he was saying was not a real good report. And he was doing what he was supposed to do. He was giving me their diagnosis and based upon all of the data, and I'm not belittling the doctors or anything like that. They said that you might have this for a minute, or you might suffer with that for a minute, or hopefully through time, if you work this out, you'll get better. Now, I often tell my church and the people around me, Word in Action is just not the name of our church. Word in Action to me is a lifestyle. My lifestyle is Word in Action. Whatever it is, I am going to take action. I don't care how bad it looks or how things are crumbling all around me. I'm not only talking about Word in Action. That's the way I'm going to live, and I'm going to take action. And when he began to diagnose that and everything, and I appreciated everything, and I began to program in my mind, I am not going to live like this. I am stronger than this. And whatever it takes to fight back from this particular sickness, I'm willing to take that task on. And each and every day, while I was there in the hospital, they would tell me that your chances of recovery is how well you embrace these certain things, and there are people that have recovered. Well, they ain't have to pump Mr. Word in Action up too much, because I was going to go over and above. Because my self-concept was, there are things I got to accomplish for God. There are things I got to do. The fact that I'm still here, God is not through with me yet. And my self-concept would not let me settle for failure. It kept driving me and say, you can overcome this. If we say God is a healer and a deliverer, then our concept got to be that we can overcome. Whereas you got other people who have negative self-concepts, and they are going to be who they are. See, if you thinking negative about this all of the time, or you thinking about what could happen or what you cannot do, then your self-concept is real low. You got to change that. The same way you could think about what's going to happen and what's low all the time and what you done lost and what you may not be achieved, you can use that same mind and say, I'm going to have more than that. I'm going to overcome greater than that. I'm going to use everything in me to build up my self-concept. Believe that I'm better than that. I can do better than that. And when you got a positive image about yourself, it's the one thing I learned in life. No matter what people say about me, that does not necessarily define who I am. And I know a lot of people say a lot of great things. They constantly let me know it, and I appreciate it, But as much as I appreciate that, then there's another group that's saying everything they can think of and more that's negative. And like I say, everybody got an opinion, so that's their choice. But my self-confidence, self-concept of myself, I consistently know who I am, what I can do, and how I'm going to continue to go forward. And that's the thing you got to do. Move away from this negative self-concept of you have in your mind. Because the greatest person that can turn you around is you. The greatest brain that can turn you around is inside you. Build up your self-confidence and use what you got. These action principles of success are awesome. And I would have loved to have shared more. And before I finish on today, I want to encourage you, look toward positive role models. That's another part of it, and it'll help you achieve action success. I'll be right back to talk to you. My ministry and my walk in God. And I remember sitting on my bed, watching a preacher preach on the television screen. And I said to myself, Lord, I can do better than him. Welcome back. I trust that you've enjoyed me talking about action success on today. Want you to reach out to me. Let me know what you think. Or there are things you want me to talk further about. Then I want you to reach out to me on all of the social media platforms, and I can cover it in the next action coaching or one of the sessions as we move down the road. So make sure that you reach out to me. Now, I certainly enjoyed sharing with you on today. I want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. There's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to sow unto Action Coaching. And we certainly appreciate you helping us to continue to spread this good coaching word because others need it. And once again, there's a link in my bio. Some of you can sow 50, some of you can sow 100, some of you can sow more. But help us continue to improve Action Coaching and get it out to so many people. Well, the Lord bless you. I've certainly enjoyed sharing with you on today. And as I do each and every time, I want to encourage you, share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.